comes the Varsha Ritu. Again, here the rivers get filled with water, trees get uprooted due to the fierce currents of the water, and lakes look beautiful with the blossoms of the lotus, earth covered with green grass and beautiful grains. The rain comes with soft sound, thunderbolts, and the sky is cloudy. The monsoon or rainy season lasting from June to September, the season is dominated by the humid southwest summer monsoon, which slowly sweeps across the country beginning in the late May or early June. Effects on the body mainly due to the cloudy weather and rains, the klinnata or the moistness in the body gets enhanced. Again, due to this, there is diminution of Agni, leading to improper digestion and produces vidaha or the burning sensations. And again, the amla rasa in the environment enhances the vata, and pitta gets starting accumulated in the body. The Agni weakens further and gets vitiated by vata. The sunshine as well as cloudy atmosphere are uncongenial to health, and the method to deplete the dosha should be adopted during the Varsha Ritu. Especially the vata is aggravated during the Varsha Ritu, so the basti should be given. Again, in the form of diet, the medicated water, rice along with the honey can be given, and old rice, old barley, wheat, soup prepared of meats, dals, sour salt, unctuous food to pacify the aggravated vata can be used. And drinks, again supernatant water from the curds, that is dadhi mastu, which is light for digestion, at the same time vatahara mixed with the savarchala lavana and panchakola churna, boiled and cooled rain water, water from the lakes and well should be used for drinking. Alcoholic preparations like madvika, arishta in less quantity along with the honey can be used, and avoid rainwater as well as mantha preparation. During the bath, rub with a thick cloth, smear fragrant rugs, wear garlands of fragrant flowers, stay in a place devoid of moisture. So, this is most important thing, the place devoid of moisture should be used for the resident. Among the Panchakarma therapies, again Asthapana Basti to alleviate Vata, and other Panchakarma accordingly should be done. So, that is about the different Rutus that are being considered under the Adana Kala. After the Varsha Rutu, like in the certain places, mainly in the southern part of India, the Pravrat Rutu, wherein the initial part of the Varsha Rutu has been considered. It has been mentioned, Gangayam Dakshine Kule Varsha Bahu Bhavati Tena Tatra Pravratadi Kramaha Gangottare Kule Shitam Bahu Bhavati Tena Tatra Hemanta Shishirau Bhavataha. So, in Dalhana's commentary, he tells the southern part of India receives more rainfall. So, there is early rainy season and the rainy season, that is Pravrat and Varsha Rutu have been mentioned, whereas in the northern India it has been more cold. So, for that reason the Hemanta and Shishira, that is the mild winter or the intense winter or early winter or the late winter have been considered as per Acharya Dalhana. Coming about the Pravrat Ritu, the features have been mentioned that the blowing of the wind is in the western direction, sky is full of lightning, clouds and thunderbolts, earth covered with delicate green grass and plants of Kadambani, Pakuta, Jasarja, Ketaka, etc. They are very well grown during this season, and Vata gets aggravated due to the excessive moisture and cold, leading to increase in the Klinnata, and diminution of the Agni occurs, and aggravated Vata produces flatulence and abdominal pain. So, the regimen again is similar to that of the regimen of the Varsha Ritu. And here also it has been mentioned that Adavante cha Daurbalyam, that is the initial part of the each kala and ending part of the each kala, there will be excess of Balakshaya, and in the Madhya kala, that is the maximum Bala is present in an individual. Next is the Sharad Ritu or the autumn. Here the sun shines with a coppery red color, sky is clear with white clouds, ponds filled with the lotus leaves vibrating for the movement of the swans, and earth filled with the wet mud and the anthill. The plants of Arjuna, Bana, Saptaparna, Bandhuka, Kasa, Asana, they flower during this season. And in the places abroad, the entire color of the trees, it changes from reddish to yellowish color, and the sun appears to move towards the south as the earth continues to revolve around the sun. On the 23rd of September, the sun is overhead at the equator and the rays of the sun fall vertically on the equator. Both the north and south poles are equidistant from the sun. At this juncture, both the hemispheres are facing the sun equally, so the days and the nights are equal, or the equinox is present during this time, and south pole experiences spring during this period. The post monsoon season lasting from October to December, South India typically receives more precipitation and monsoon rains begin to recede in the North India at the beginning of the October. In northwestern India, October and November are usually cloudless. Parts of the country experience dry northeast monsoon. The dry and the hot atmosphere aggravates Pitta. Sudden exposure to sunlight after the rains and cool atmosphere increases the Pitta. So, the Charya includes sweet, bitter, astringent, light and cold Pitta Shamaka food and drinks should be consumed. Rice, wheat, barley, wheat, green gram, sugar candy, gooseberries or amla, and snake gourd, honey should be consumed. Flesh of lava, shasha, kapinjala and jangala mamsa can be used. Again, hamsodaka, water that is detoxified by the Agastya nakshatra can be used, and avoid fat, oil, alkalis, curd and meat of marshy animals or aquatic animals. And the again usage of the garlands of flowers has been classically mentioned. Stay in the moon rays for the first 3 hours, avoid mist, early wind and day sleep because it increases the kapha. Among the therapy, again Snehapana, Virechana and Rakta Mokshana are indicated to alleviate the or expel the kapha. Rutu Sandhi means conjunction. Here Rutu Sandhi is the period where 7 days of the present Rutu and 7 days of the subsequent Rutu. For instance, it is Vasanta during the Vaishakha month, after which it will be Grishma Rutu. So, the Rutu Sandhi will be the last of Vaishakha and the first 7 days of the Jyeshtha. And during the Rutu Sandhi, the diet and regimen should be followed gradually of the subsequent Rutu, and the present Rutu should be gradually decreased. Rutus and the purificatory therapies or the Panchakarmas. The seasonal change does the balance of the doshas inside our body in the environment. To bring back the doshas, disequilibrium in our body, the vitiated doshas have to be expelled out of the body. This is done by performing purificatory procedures in the form of Vamana, Virechana, Basti, Nasya and Rakta Moksha. In the present scenario, there is a lot of changes that is occurring in the seasons. We get the untimely rains or untimely cold weather or untimely excessive heat. So these kinds of the things are experienced due to the climate changes due to the global warming, and as per Ayurveda, these things have been brought about due to the Prajnaparada, leading to drastic changes in the Desha, Kala, Jala and Vayu, resulting in Janapadodvamsa. Again, as per modern environment pollution and the change in the axis of the earth or precision will be leading to the climate variations. So, greenhouse effect is one of the things that has led to the global warming, and due to the global warming, lot of climatic variations are occurring in the environment. The greenhouse gases in the atmosphere absorb and emit radiation within the thermal infrared range. This process is fundamental cause for the greenhouse effect. Common greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere include water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone and chlorofluorocarbons. So, sulfur hexafluoride, hydrofluorocarbons and perfluorocarbons. The IPCC list of greenhouse gases has been given. Some greenhouse gases are not often listed. For example, nitrogen trifluoride has high global warming potential, but is only present in very small quantities. So, the water vapor, which contributes to that 36 to 72%, carbon dioxide 9 to 26%, methane 4 to 9% and ozone 3 to 7%. Like these different kinds of the gases will be leading to the global warming, and the global warming brings about lot of climatic variations, and again environmental changes are also brought about that leads to the enhancement of the sea level, or even the change in the mangroves that are occurring, because sea level has seeped into the places, and the plants that are grown in the marshy land that have migrated to the places where they were not previously present, and also many of the islands, they are being drowned in the sea water gradually, or melting of the ices in the glaciers that are present in the poles as well as in the Himalayas, and that has led to the flooding of the places, and also the again destruction of vast forest areas has occurred due to the man-made causes, that may be building of the dams, etc. And these things will be leading to the flooding, frequent flooding of those places, and this will again cause the soil erosion, and due to the soil erosion, again the fertile land of the fertile soil gets swiped away into the riverbeds, and thus reducing the fertility and reducing the crops. Like that, a vicious cycle sets in that will be bringing about drastic changes in the environment, which is not very desirable. So, these have to be prevented by the rectification in our lifestyles, as well as our different practices that may be obeying the rules and regulations laid down by the government for prevention of different kinds of the air pollution or water pollution, etc., to bring about the conservation in the environment, and also bring about the gradually change in the positive change in the environment, that may again lead to the previous seasons as they were present. So, again the changes in the seasons are one among the most difficult factors that can be thought to be causing the problem to the individuals with respect to health, with respect to the ecosystem, with respect to the growth of different plants. So, all these things are changing. So this have to be prevented by our own correction in the behaviors. So, so that we can develop a healthy environment, and again we can regain the health also. So, thank you for the listening to the lecture. Thank you.